Welcome to Ask Prep, your trusted companion for NEET and JEE preparation. Today we will study about a very important topic of biology, which is body fluids and circulation, blood, heart, circulatory system. The human body is a dynamic system. At every second, millions of cells are engaged in vital functions. To support them, a continuous supply of oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and other essential substances must reach them. Similarly, waste products generated by these cells must be removed efficiently. This exchange and transport of materials are made possible by our circulatory system, which functions like a complex internal highway. At the core of this system lies the blood, the heart, and an intricate network of blood vessels. Blood is the fluid connective tissue that circulates in our bodies. It is composed of plasma and blood cells. Plasma is a pale yellow liquid that makes up most of the blood's volume. It acts as a transport medium for carbon dioxide, hormones, glucose, amino acids, vitamins, and waste materials like urea. Floating in this plasma are the blood cells. These include red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Each of these has its own important function. Red blood cells, also known as erythrocytes, are specialized for the transport of oxygen. They contain a pigment called hemoglobin which binds oxygen in the lungs and releases it in the tissues. These cells are biconcave in shape and lack a nucleus, which increases the space available for hemoglobin. White blood cells, or leukocytes, are fewer in number but are larger in size. They form the body's defense mechanism against infections. There are different types of white blood cells, each performing a specific role in immunity. Platelets, or thrombocytes, are fragments of larger cells and play a crucial role in blood clotting, preventing excessive blood loss when an injury occurs. Now, to keep this fluid in motion, our body relies on the heart. The human heart is a muscular organ, about the size of a fist, located slightly to the left of the midline in the thoracic cavity. It is divided into 4 chambers, 2 upper chambers called atria and 2 lower chambers called ventricles. The right side of the heart receives deoxygenated blood from the body and pumps it to the lungs, while the left side of the heart receives oxygenated blood from the lungs and pumps it to the rest of the body. The flow of blood through the heart is unidirectional, maintained by the presence of valves. These valves open and close with the rhythm of the heartbeat, preventing any backflow of blood. The superior and inferior vena cava bring deoxygenated blood into the right atrium. From here, the blood passes into the right ventricle, which then pumps it into the pulmonary artery. This artery carries the blood to the lungs where it gets oxygenated. The freshly oxygenated blood returns to the left atrium through the pulmonary veins. From the left atrium, it moves into the left ventricle, which then pumps it with great force into the aorta, the largest artery in the body, and from there to all body tissues. The heart's pumping action is controlled by electrical signals. The sinoatrial node, also called the pacemaker of the heart, is located in the right atrium and initiates these electrical impulses. These signals spread through the atria, causing them to contract and push blood into the ventricles. The signal then travels through the atrioventricular node and down a specialized conduction pathway called the bundle of His and Purkinje fibers, resulting in the contraction of the ventricles. This entire process ensures a coordinated heartbeat. This rhythmic contraction and relaxation of the heart, known as the cardiac cycle, occurs approximately 72 times per minute in a healthy adult. Each cycle includes the contraction phase, or systole, and the relaxation phase, or diastole. During systole, the heart muscles contract to pump blood, and during diastole, the heart fills up with blood again. The sound of the heartbeat, which we hear as lub-dub, is actually produced by the closing of the heart valves. Once the blood leaves the heart, it travels through the blood vessels. These vessels are of 3 main types: arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries carry blood away from the heart. They have thick, elastic walls to withstand the high pressure of blood being pumped out. The largest artery is the aorta, which branches into smaller arteries and then into even smaller arterioles. Eventually, These arterioles lead to capillaries, which are extremely thin-walled and allow exchange of gases, nutrients, and waste products between the blood and the body's cells. Apart from blood, there is another fluid involved in circulation called lymph. Lymph is formed when some of the plasma and white blood cells leak out of the capillaries into the tissues. This fluid collects into lymph vessels and eventually returns to the blood circulation. Lymph helps in draining excess fluid from tissues, transporting fat from the intestine, and providing immune defense. The circulatory system in humans is described as a closed and double circulatory system. Closed because the blood flows within vessels and does not come in direct contact with body tissues. Double because the blood passes through the heart twice during each cycle, once to get oxygenated and once to deliver oxygen to the body. This efficient circulation ensures that tissues receive highly oxygenated blood and waste products are quickly removed. In some animals, the circulatory system can be open or single, depending on the species and their metabolic requirements. But in humans and other mammals, the double circulation is what supports high energy demand and maintains homeostasis. That brings us to the end of this session on body fluids and circulation. Understanding the heart, blood, and circulatory system is not just important for cracking NEET or G, but it also helps you appreciate the marvel of your own body. Stay curious, stay motivated, and keep exploring these topics in depth. Thank you so much for being a part of the Ask Prep community. We truly appreciate your time and dedication to learning, especially when it comes to mastering biology, a subject that's not only essential for exams like NEET and G. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends who are also preparing, and make sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss an update.